'Cause I remember back in the day when I was in high school, like, you know, whatever new Jordan came out retro, they had some dope T-shirts or, you know, shit to go with it. And like, I don't feel like that's nearly as the same as it, you know,
A
now.
lot of people don't buy the apparel like that. Just overall, people like to go and find independent clothing brands to like cop from. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why it's like at some point.
But I feel like you could
cut back your losses.
I feel like you could come out with something. You know what I mean?
A T-shirt or something, like something to go with the shoe. Because it makes it easy for me. Because if I find something out there, like to your point, if I find something else out there, okay, cool.
Yeah,
but at least
a lot of people
something.
I guess working retail. People would come up and say, "I'm like, hey, it's a shirt to go with on there." Like, nah, because everybody gonna have that shirt, and I'm gonna look like everybody. That's not bad enough. I got the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So I think that's why it's like, okay, I know if everybody's gonna have these shoes, at least I got to differentiate.
Yeah, but everybody already look like a bunch of clones because they all dress the same way from off of Instagram and.
True.
But it's we have the same style, but if we started wearing the same exact shirts, that's different.
How many?
True.
So two people coming from a retail background. How often would people come in and be like, "I want exactly what's on the mannequin"?
I would have to say out of a month, probably 4 or 5. But
so that's 4 or 5 people to go look.
That ain't enough to make 1,000 shirts. 5,000 shirts.
I didn't say you got to make a bunch. I'm just saying, like, at least.
But
make
it ain't gonna make. It got to be worth their while to make a whole.
I know it's got to be mass produced, but it's like it's got to be something to go with the shoe.
You know, one of my favorite shirts, and it was like real subtle too. It wasn't too crazy. I remember there was the Air Jordan 12 shirts, and it was like the Jumpman logo, but it was like huge, like it went. Like it covered the entire front of the shirt, and it was stitched, and it was just the best quality. I still remember the quality of that shirt. And then it had the the heel patch, the thing. It had it on the back, the upper back portion. I think it was a cutoff too, a cutoff sleeve. But I remember that shirt. They had it for like every color, and like I said, it was real subtle. But I just remember the quality of that shirt because like they could have just screen printed the Jumpman logo, but it was like stitched, and I was just like, yeah, that is. Even back when I was a kid.
I had a pea pie jacket, the blue and orange ones, 8s. I had that jacket. The jacket was like that. It had that 8 on the medial side, print all over on the back. It had the Chanel patch.
Yeah, man, they need to get back to that. Like, I hope because I was in my heart of hearts, I was hoping that they would like release like a windbreaker outfit with the Great Fives. I know they won't, but that would have been so dope.
It took what 10 years to just want to make the shoe. You asking for clothes too,
right? I know.
He ain't lying.
Right. My bad.
No, I mean, I definitely feel like that's something that you could just. I almost feel like that's something that should just be in their catalog,
but on
a yearly basis.
Or just do a licensing deal, and everybody who made the Great 5 Jordan hot, like Kadeem Hardison and Martin and Will Smith, just do a shirt with them on and wearing a shoe from their TV show.
Kadeem Hardison does not get enough credit, man. He was the flyest dude on TV for a good stretch in the early 90s.
Martin used to have the dope Jordans too, though. And he wore everything, Hirachis, Jordans.
But like Kadeem, like, because he had a whole fit. Like, he was like, he had Mitchell and Us before Mitchell and Us. Like, I remember it was so many episodes that he had the warm-up on with the shoes, and then he had his own style, too, because he had the glasses that flipped up. And, that's why when we started the show, I had the glasses. Like, Kadeem was, like, that guy. Between him and Will Smith, I'll probably say Kadeem more, but, like, between them two, like, those are, like, my entryway. Because it was, like, every episode, like, I had to, like, catch what they were
After
wearing.
3, Will Smith was the least best dressed. After 3.
Season?
No, least best dressed.
Yeah,
I'd probably 3. Yeah.
I mean,
Will
probably
Smith,
put Martin.
we just look right at his feet.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll probably say Martin too.
Martin. No, I'm saying Martin to me was like. I agree with Guru. I'd probably say to me, Martin was the best dressed. Out of all of them.
Because he had the pants like up with the steel tins, and he would wear the lion stuff or the piston stuff. Like it was dope.
Y'all gotta go back and watch this old different world. Because Dean was like that.
No, he was fresh as hell. No, for sure. Because the thing is, like with Will Smith, like a lot of his fits would kind of look like
Forever 21.
God damn.
It would look basic. It would look real simple, and like I said, I think like.
Hey.
Well, me and you both probably think with Martin had flavor, like how he would wear it, like
y'all getting his album?
Who got a rap album? Martin?
Let's go to the ugliest release of the week, right?
No, I'm not getting
My mama always told me if I don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So
mama said that. My mama said that.
I heard a clip of the one song where he addresses, the last 5 years, and I'm just like,
I mean, he gotta say something when
but he said
he had plenty of opportunity to say something, and he
did. But it's
like,
just
I'm sorry. How about
it's like every
that?
time you think you pass it, your wife saying something else. Your wife saying something else.
No, that's my point.
That's really.
I'm not. Listen, y'all can choose not to listen to the song if you want to. I'm just gonna say he had a line basic. I don't know if it was verbatim, but it was basically like,
I mean, he rich, funny, and sexy too. You wish you had a Jada Pinkett next to you.
No, the fuck I don't, bro.
Which version?
No, I don't. No, it don't matter. I don't want it. I don't want it.
94 to 99. Yes.
Knowing what I know now, I'm good.
Was Will Smith ever at a Source Awards?
He was at one Source Awards.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
He was at one.
Yeah, he probably left.
It wasn't all
early.
wild.
He probably left real early.
But I mean,
Will was
Eminem, he used to take digs at rappers. Like, I ain't had to cuss to sell records. And Eminem went back out. Will Smith had to sell records.
I do remember that.
But no, I mean,
Jay-Z too gonna change the game.
Will was
still
cool enough to go, and because
Smith.
everybody knew he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, even if you had
Which is
Suge,
fine.
I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying
that.
even when that stuff was getting crazy, when am I gonna touch Will? Because Will, everybody, he was cool with everybody. Like everybody, like Will.
You cool with everybody, but people still took digs. That was really good.
It took digs. I mean, it took digs at Hammer, and Hammer.
No, they was personal.
People be talking shit about Hammer, but run up on it.
Hammer beat your
I bet he'll beat your mother
ass. Run up on Hammer.
Hammer a thug.
I was gonna say he's probably the most gangster nigga.
But I think what the difference with Will though was just like we don't say nothing. We let you get your ish off, whatever, right? And then you didn't write. You got a Grammy for a song you did not write, and you gonna take shots at us, like, you know what I'm saying? People who putting pen to paper. So when Jay was like, ghetto dude still putting up Will Smith numbers, and he was taking his digs, I had no problem with it.
Yeah, plus that Wild Wild West song was that was complete
once
trash.
again,
it was a good soundtrack song to the movie.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Superman tie-in.
How does this come back to Superman?
You want to know?
Yeah, how?
I know Bob knows. Wild Wild West, the movie. You know why there's a giant spider in it?
Why?
Because so in the mid 1990s, they were talking about making a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage.
Okay, yeah,
right?
I remember hearing about
that. What's the Burton? Tim Burton. Well, Kevin Smith was going to help write it, but Tim Burton's supposed to direct it, right? They got so far into the movie, but there was an executive, and this is why I hate executives sometimes, because he kept pressing the point that he wanted Superman to, one, not fly, two, fight a fucking spider. He had this thing where he wanted him to fight a spider so bad, right? The movie doesn't get made, whatever. They take the script, reconfigure it to make Wild Wild West, and that's why at the end of that movie, he turns into a giant spider, because this guy just had to have a spider in the movie somewhere. Am I lying? That's why. As a matter of fact, if you go see the Flash movie, and they do they show the different Superman and the different characters because the worlds are converging.
Yeah,
you see Nicolas Cage fighting a spider. It's so dumb. It's like, like executives, like, let the creators be creative, and you go, cut the check.